Yo, Mr. 300C in the place to be. 90s flow, freestyle flow. Got this fire to spit, all kinds of blow. What you know, but what's good with everybody? What's good? Just want to talk to y'all real quick. Share some of my thoughts of what's been going on. Dodge. Got a lot of things I want to talk about, but I'm going to keep this one a little bit more concise and talk some more on some other stuff. So, we've had two Buzz car reveals, Shakedown and the Super B Charger, Shakedown Challenger. I'm just going to be like, I'm not impressed. Are they cool? Yes. They're just vinyl pieces, stickers, some badging. But were you guys expecting something else for real? Like, it's not going to happen. Y'all got to be wise and pay attention what's going on with Dodge. I read way too much stuff about Dodge, and especially Stellantis, so I have a good understanding of where the business is going. I post findings on the community tab on YouTube, so you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from. Interviews from Tim Knuskis, so I have a good understanding of what the business is going to be doing since Stellantis is in charge. I'm gonna clear the air. These are the things that you should not expect, because it's not going to happen. You're not going to see power increases for the 6.4 liter Scat Pack 392s or the 5.7 liter Hemis, because they are gone after 2023. It doesn't make sense for this last year for them to put all this money into trying to get more power out of these cars. They're basically going in their garage and looking at any parts that they have to make them cool looking and exclusive and, you know, rare and special, and they're gonna just slap it on the car, put a bow on it, and sell it and give it a fancy name. That's all you're gonna see with these car reveals. Now, I do think with the next, not next week's reveal, but the week after that, I think the 14th of September, for the Hellcat reveals for the Charger and Challenger, I do think those are gonna have the E85 associated with it to get a little bit more power. And again, all you're doing is just either having a flex fuel system, or you're just gonna have a package through direct connection where you get a pulley injectors in the tune, and now you can do E85, right? So that's simple thinking. Not a lot of, you know, R&D you gotta spend to get new features in the car that's gonna be going out in the end of 2023. So don't expect power increases for that. Do expect higher trim pieces like a Hellcat hood and potentially the wide body kit on the 5.7 liter Hemis. Think about the Hellcat hood being on the 5.7 Scat Pack, the old ones, because I'm sure they got a bunch of those laying around. So they're going to trickle that down, and who knows, maybe even the V6 guys might get a little boost in the body kits, which will make a lot of people upset, because y'all seen what happened in the past when the V6 got this 392 body kit for this generation. So expect some of those things to trickle down between the lower trims, wheel options, you know, interior picks, all that stuff. Because again, they're kind of cleaning out inventory. Think about a store that's going out of business. They're just selling everything, right? So expect all that. Hopefully when direct connection gets launched, they'll be able to, you know, still have their core V8 Mopar heads, people like me, people who have Hellcats, 392s, RTs, to get all the aftermarket parts. Well, I guess they're not aftermarket if it's from the factory technically, or from them, from Dodge. Warranty parts, I should say, and tunes and body kits, they'll keep that up and running. So as V8s start to be phased out, and that market still has a place to go to get quality products, and people can enjoy their Mopar still and not have to jump on the EV train. Now, the last Buzz car reveal, which has the license plate 1FAST29, that was the car they had on, what was it, day one of Speed Week. You know, it had pretty big tires on it. That probably is going to be the Halo car. That's obviously going to be a special edition, and that should probably be the fastest Hellcat that they've produced. I don't think it'll have the Elephant engine, just because because, you know, that engine's hard to get emissions compliant. So I don't think they're gonna put that into it. I think that this is gonna add some more performance parts. You know, maybe you'll have like a cam package, long tube headers, and some other stuff, tuning, pulleys, and all that stuff to make it a lot faster. That's just my thought. And that's probably gonna be like a race car or just something that's just ridiculous. So I'm expecting like 900 horsepower with that one. Maybe upper 800 horsepower for the E85 option. So that's just my theory on those two things. But yeah, guys, you guys just gotta enjoy the show and sit back and relax and be happy for what you have, right? I mean, V8s are going away. We don't know if the Charger or Challenger are gonna get the inline 6 twin turbo system, or they're just gonna skip over that and just focus on EV. Like, those are the two options. And to be honest, if I had to pick between the two, me personally, I would just get the EV Charger over the twin turbo inline 6 Charger, just because I don't think it's gonna sound the way how I want it to. Sure, you can get the performance where it needs to be, and it's easy to boost, and aftermarket support is gonna be legit, but I just don't feel like for those cars it would be a good look. So I'd rather get an EV Charger that's gonna look like a Dodge. You're gonna give it a sound that's very unique through an actual exhaust system that pushes out air. Y'all should go read that article I posted on the community tab. Very impressive how they did that. It's not speakers. Everyone thinks they're speakers. They're not speakers that they're using. And it's gonna feel like a Dodge with all the different gears and the shifting, and everything's gonna be bundled in to feel like an actual ICE car, but it's EV with Dodge's touch. I'd rather go that route than have a twin turbo inline 6 Charger. I think that's just a slap in the face. Sure, EV could be a slap in the face, but again, that's the future. That's what's gonna happen. It is what it is. So that's kind of my thoughts on everything. You know, don't expect a lot of changes. The body style, that's all gonna be the same. Dodge is not gonna go to the factory in Brampton and all the other places and retool all those machines to make different body specs and parts. You're just wasting money. They're not gonna produce the V8s anymore. We're not getting a new body style. We're not changing the interior as much. We're not getting new infotainment systems. None of that's gonna happen. So don't expect that. Just get your expectations where they need to be so you're not as disappointed. Yeah, just enjoy the show as much as you can. If you want to keep your V8 forever, sure, keep it forever, mod it up. I just hope that the government or whoever's in charge of this whole EV movement, that they don't make it difficult in the future to keep your V8s. Like, my fear would be like, you know, maybe gas keeps getting higher, right? And then maybe these EPA regulations and emissions testing, they make it super difficult for you to pass for your car, so you can't even get your V8 car registered, right? So then it's like people are buying all these last model V8s, which are going to have tons of markups for 2023 from the dealerships, as we know. And then let's say the EPA regulations become super strict. It's like, hey, sorry, you just paid $60K, $65K for a scat pack, and you can't even get your car registered because you can't pass emissions. So now you got to do it the shady, dirty way. Go find some place in the country or some boy who can hook you up, pass your emissions, so you can be able to register your car. So if they get to the point where it's like you can't even register your car because you can't pass emissions, then you got all this debt from taking out a loan on this car that you can't even really rock because you can't pass emissions. And like, you're gonna have and then what if the value goes down, right? Like, everyone thinks their V8s is gonna be worth tons of money when Dodge goes EV, and that's not necessarily true. That's another misconception. Only like special models, rare editions, you know, limited quantity, those things are gonna be probably more valuable. But if you just got a regular scat pack or RT or, you know, wide body scat pack, like, it's not going to be special. It's not going to be worth a lot. And I think it's going to slowly just drop. Only those rare things, like, you know, those rare Hellcats or maybe those limited special edition, you know, last call plaques type cars Dodge coming out with. Those are going to be more collector items. So everyone who got a V8, it doesn't mean you're going to have tons of money in your car as EVs come out. So those are my thoughts. Try and keep this a little short and concise, but just enjoy the show, guys. It's a weird time being a car guy right now. Super weird. I think it's time for a quick little pull. There we go. I haven't done this in a while. Psych! 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 Anyway. Oh, let me control that downshifting right there. Let me control real quick. So those are my thoughts. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. Got a heat wave here in Utah. It's like 100 degrees almost every day. Is ridiculous. Y'all stay safe, be good. Thanks for rocking with your boy. Leave your comments below.